I always wanted to try MPE note bending in FL Studio, but up until now it's not supported yet. But today we have a plugin that do this internally and gives you this sound no matter what DAW you are using. I'm talking about Fluid Chords 2 by Pitch Innovations, and spoiler alert, this is not the only thing it's capable of doing. Pitch Innovations reached out and wanted me to take a look at Fluid Chords 2, and they gave me a license, but I still can say what I want because I want to give a fair review to you and to Fluid Chords 2. And actually, I like using it. And if this is the first time you see me, hi, my name is Anxious. I'm a music producer and sound designer, and I love making content about what I do and what I learn. So, let's get started. First thing I recommend is checking the manual. It's not long, it's around 26 pages. This will help you understand how to use Fluid Chords 2 in your DAW because each DAW is different. But my job today is to show you how this process works in FL Studio. Okay, after installing Fluid Chords 2, you would see two versions, the normal Fluid Chords 2 version and MFX. The MFX version is a MIDI effects version that we will talk about later in this video. This is Fluid Chords 2. Here you have a view options. This is the chord view. This is the sound view, and here's some settings. So let's set it to dark mode. And here you have two modes, which is the trigger and real time. We will talk about real time in this video as well. It's very interesting. And here you can access some presets based on genres. Okay, this area is the visualizer where you can see the chord bending or the notes, how they are moving. So if we play two chords now, so you get to see how the chords or each note of the chord is moving, and you can turn it on and off from here. And if you turn it off, it's a normal synth now. And next to the visualizer, you can see the chord bend section where you can set the time of the bend in milliseconds or in beats, and you can custom the curve as well. And there's two options where you can custom how chords are bending to each other's, which is the strum and flow. Strum is very self-explanatory. It gives you the strumming feel, the guitar strum, meaning the notes are bending one by one, not all together. For example, if we keep the strum at 0, and if we turn it all the way up, the notes moves one by one, not all together. And you can't change the direction of the notes. If you notice, it starts from the lowest note to the highest note. You can flip that behavior from this button here. And flow, it makes the notes going around then land on the note instead of just going directly. And if we turn it all the way up, and the cool part is you can MIDI CC learn them and automate them through the track. And here you have a transpose option that transpose all the chords at once instead of just transposing each chord individually. And here's one of my favorite things in Fluid Chords 2, the chords generator or the harmony engine. It gives a very interesting chords in terms of voicing and chord progression. So if we, for example, go to D flat minor and let's pick jazz and hit chord generate, it generates chords for you, and you can see each chord in the chords slots here, and each chord in a different slot, and each slot have a note value, which this one is C1. So because we are in FL Studio, it's C3 because FL Studio piano roll starts from C0, not C-2. So if we play this, it will give you the E major chord. This would give you the D sharp diminished / F sharp. And if you play them in legato, they will bend to each other. Here you have 8 slots, and you can have more 8 slots here. You can right click and hit learn chord, and you can play the chord you want. and we'll add it to this slot. You can randomize a chord. You can cut or copy the chord to paste it into another slot. And you have the transpose option by an octave or by a semitone. And if you like some of the chords and want to randomize more, you can lock certain chords so it doesn't change when you hit generate next time. So they still locked. And down here, you can see the sound section where you have sound A and sound B, and you can blend between them. But to see this clearly, we can go to the sound view here. In the sound view, you will see sound A and sound B. They are exactly the same, where you can choose from synth, sampler, or plugin. Yes, you can open a plugin inside of Fluid Chords too, but the plugin must support MPE, so you can hear the notes bending effect. But because we are using FL Studio, we don't need to open a plugin inside Fluid Chords 2 because we have the MFX version that we will take a look at in a minute. For the synth and the sampler, there is a presets where you can choose from, and some samples here, around 23 samples. You can't load your custom samples into Fluid Chords 2, but there's a workaround for that we will take a look at in a minute as well. And here is the blend where you can blend between sound A and sound B or turn one of them off. Okay, let's try to make something with Fluid Chords 2. I'll go with D flat minor, but this time I'll go lo-fi and hit generate. Another generate. Okay, let's see now. This is beautiful, and this is only using Fluid Chords 2. Okay, if we go to the piano roll and put the notes for each chord, okay, and let's open Fluid Chords 2 and take a listen. The bending doesn't happen. Why? And I kid you not, I spent like 1 hour, 2 hours looking why this is happening, and it was very ridiculous, stupid mistake I made, which is you need to put them legato, like this. That was the problem, actually. Now it should work. Now, the cool thing is you can set this in beats and you get to determine how the bending is going to take. So if you put it 1/4, which is a quarter beat, you can send this like this, but the chord will start from here. So instead, we just do this. And we can do this for the other chords as well. And we can add the first note in the end like here. So you would get this. And you can custom the curve as well, which I like using this curve. Okay, let me just get some drums very quickly. Now we have these drums. I can't change the chords arrangement. Like I want this to be here. This, yeah, okay, something like this. And you know what? I can make this bar this, like that. I'll try to create some spice with the drums. Let's add another sound. I'll keep the same chords, but I will change the synth preset here. This is cool. Let's use it from this part here. Okay. I have a very cool idea, which is to stop everything at the snare hit here and delete the sound like this. Let's see how this sounds. Okay, cool. That's a very quick demo of Fluid Chords 2, but now let's take a look at the MFX version, which is my favorite, and this is how I'm gonna use Fluid Chords too, because I can use any synth that supports MPE with Fluid Chords using the MFX version. And this means that we can use Faceplant or Serum as a sampler to load our custom samples into it and do the MPE note bending sound. To set this up, it's very simple. You go to the Fluid Chords to MFX, go to the settings here, and put the output port to any number you want. For example, let's say it's 1. And now we load our synth, let's say Faceplant, and in Faceplant we go to the settings as well, and we say this input port 1. It must be the same port number so they can communicate. And now let's load sampler here and have, I don't know, okay, vocals here. Now I have my sample inside of Faceplant, and you can load any sample you want inside of Faceplant. We go to the MFX version and we play notes into the MFX version so it gives you the sound. And what's really beautiful is to use the granular engine with Fluid Chords too. So if we load the granular here and we load vocal sample, let's go with this one. More grains, both directions, different positions, random the level and the pan, and some of them reversed, and add some release and some attack like this. And now we have this with Faceplant. And now if we play this using Fluid Chords too, we got this. Very beautiful. And you can go very, very simpler than that by just loading the analog synth inside of Faceplant just to play saw waves. And you can increase the time of the bend. And I like to add some flow to this. The last thing I want to talk about is the real-time mode, and we will use this in the MFX version. The real-time mode, what it actually do, it holds your chord until you play a second chord and bend between those. And you can determine how long it holds the chord by this amount here. It's by beats. Like you can go up to 20 beats, and if you didn't play anything in 5 beats, it will stop the sound. Like for example, if we say this 2 beats and play a chord, after 2 beats, it mutes. So let's just set this to 5 beats and see how this works if we play chords now. And one cool trick I love to use using the real-time mode is to play a note at the beginning and then stretch it into a chord. Like for example, it's very helpful and very interesting to use because you can bend between notes now. You can play a bass line or something that requires one note and you can still bend between those. As simple as that. It's very helpful. And you can use this live in your shows because if you want to play chords and bend between them, and you have the 2 options from the time to hold it by time or using your pedal if you have a pedal. And here's another quick demo I made using Fluid Chords too. that's it for Fluid Chords 2. It's very interesting, very simple and easy to use tool actually, and it's really helpful. The chords generator, the fact that you can use your own samples, your synth inside of it. If you like Fluid Chords 2, you can check the 14 days trial on Pitch Innovation website. And if you find it's very helpful and want to have this, you can grab it now. It's on sale as far as I think. Yes, it's on sale. It costs $99 and now it's $49. The sale ends in 14 days. It might be different when you see this video. It might be 12 days, 11 days. Yeah, but you can grab it if you want, and only if you think it's gonna help you and help you make more music. Thank you, Pitch Innovation, for reaching out. Thank you guys for watching as well. And if you find this helpful, please like and comment, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.